Winsome River, January 11th, 2015. Legend is giving us. Okay, lay it on us now, Legend. Legend lays it on.
Two motorbikes in the whole group that idled over that wood without going so slow you're spinning your tire on the wood. See that wood between the rocks over instead of the muddy gate? And two bikes did it. That blue one, that blue Yamaha, and that black and red XR200 there. The rest of the guys drove up through the seat bag and down through the slippery mud. They were fantastic. They can make it without falling down. When you're crossing them wood planks I build or anyone puts up, when it's wet, rolling motion, 5, 6, 7 miles an hour, just roll. And like Bikesmith did it perfect. Wheels aren't spinning the tire on the wood at all. And pause right in the middle, 1 foot on each rock. Stop or go if you want, right there.
Sweet.
Before we put up the wood, we used to hit the high points on the rock, and same thing, pause in the rock. And I made it the first time and never since.
Legend riding tips at the Winsome River, January 2015.
How many people crossed the big trail that was in the middle of the trail or went left in the mud?
I went over the mud. Somebody was kind enough to build a dirt pile.
It looked to me like quads or somebody had shoveled in a little bit, or that's just been the number of tires from regular trail riders who know how to jump log, spun a bit and built it up. I packed it in a bit more. Same thing there, if you pack in the dirt for an instant one for 10 friends, if the second friend spins his tire instead of going fast enough, he'll eat that right out. Rolling motion, just coast up a hill. Or add throttle and launch when you hit one at 45 mile an hour like Brian.
I hear machines coming.
That one you hit at 45 mile an hour, that size, oh, you gotta pull as hard as you
We can hear bikes. These are probably the conservation officers chasing us down. They're gonna bust us because we're bad dudes. We don't have license plates on these bikes, right? Like you're supposed to now.
We all have driver's licenses. Don't worry, sir.
Yeah.
We all have driver's licenses.
The Liberal Party of British Columbia wants us all to have license plates on our dirt bikes. But here's how it works. The slowest guy gets busted and it ain't going to be me.
Have we not paid the license, the tax on the gas, and the fuel, and the rubbers, and the tires, and the parts, and the beer for friends to fix things halfway for free for you, and all the added costs?
What do you think about the license plate on the dirt bike trip, Legend? Tell us. This message is going to Christy Clark.
If we were given something like the Skidoos were when we grew up back east, Skidoos were given plates so they could legally cross the highway and have a bit of insurance. And we'd be allowed to have a simple thing, not some big wide aluminum thing that cuts your tail, your legs, the inside of your legs when you fall off the bike or nothing like dangerous. Just a tag, your number in a file. And you're allowed to, oh, the gas station, I'm out of gas. I got 60 miles to go to the back road to get home. I need to go into town and get gas.
Hey, Christy Clark at the BC Liberals, how about you just give us a tattoo on our arms, right?
What I was told about the KOA
That'll
campground
work.
in the States and Utah.
What do you think about that? A tattoo on your body like a number, right? The conservation officer, then when he runs you down with his truck, he can pull up your sleeve and say, oh yeah, we got number 87435. Christy, we got one.
When cops stop in your vehicle now, I asked him, you don't even have, you know, by reading my plate, you know exactly my name, number, whether I'm licensed and insured even for that day even. You got connected with us. You don't have to ask much for your license to your paperwork to prove it, because it's already proven the incident's on the, reads on the plate. 3 or 4 years ago, a friend of mine took off from here back to some place in Manitoba to get there, and stopped once on the way somewhere there in the middle of Manitoba, and by 2 cops in that town he ended up in, they knew exactly where he'd been. Every police car that had drove behind him from the ferry on, everything's on the computer. This vehicle was there at that time and everything. 2 cops walking up and said, Mr. Darrell, like, what were you doing in Brandon, Manitoba at 2 p.m. last night? Well, he's driving through, and where are you headed? I'm here, and whatever Dawson, Manitoba he's heading to, eh? Where are you going to? I'm here. I'm all right. Leave me alone. And the second cop a mile later, didn't know the first cop stopped him, same thing.
Was the
What
guy
are you doing in Calgary when a cop car drove past him or whatever? He passed the cop car. It's on the computer right now. Everything is.
Was the guy an outlaw?
We shouldn't have to prove no paperwork at all.
Was he an outlaw, a bad guy?
No, you're just driving like tourists, like you go
Drug dealer?
Going home to see mom.
Stealer?
And any plate that reads you behind you will pick it up. But the KOA campground, I've had a fellow dirt biker with his kids camping this day and age, like this week, last year he went camping, told me on the Sunday ride, at a KOA campground in Utah. There's biking trails that lead away from those towns like the ones from Port Alberni. You can go 100 miles and go away to here from Port Alberni. morning on the back logging road to the trail. Anyway, he says, when they camped at the KOA campground, when they were going to load up their bikes to take off to the trails outside of town, the KOA campground manager told this man, truthfully, told him that, what are you doing? You can unload your bikes and drive right from here. We expect it. It's, it's okay in this town. Okay, and away they go riding for the day, come back with their bikes all muddy. I'm surprised they got mud in Utah, Brian. Gonna load their bikes up into their, these are one of your customers, Brian. Load their bikes up into the truck, and the KOA campground manager walks up to him, just truthfully told me, he says, what are you doing? And you tell me, well, we're taking our bikes downtown to the power wash. We're doing Campbellton, Campbell River. You don't have to do that. He said you can just hop on them. You come back home here and drive downtown with them, go to the power wash, wash them off, and drive back.
That's the United States of America.
Oh, you're carrying on with a motorized vehicle on the highways. Down there in the States, to this day and age, places like that have appeared down there because of camping and money and dollars and happiness. They're not hurting nobody, right? They're spending their dollars locally. And you're actually allowed to drive in town. So if we're given a skidoo to cross the highway license, simple like down east, something cheap, and it's just a number, you have to prove a whole bunch
I'd buy a license on my dirt bike to do that.
And have a cloth license plate for the safety of the dirt bike riders.
Right.
Inside inner legs, which I've cut many times years ago on the license plate.
Yeah, exactly.
Injured and no compensation, like it's just trim days. And common sense, and it'd be like the United States.
It's like we'll sew it a patch on our jackets, just like one of them six-pointed stars they used to have back in the day. Christy, listen to this one.
Drive back to Campbellton, and my bike, the clutch barely working. I'll leave it out here. Some of your steel is going to get me home, or I'm injured, or foot, that happens, whatever. You can idle all the way into town, park in your yard, or get gas at that gas station and get
This is Dirt Church. This is a sermon from the Mount.
So you're not the Reverend.
The Reverend Ledgend.
And by insurance.
Reverend Ledgend now.
By insurance, for that, I use this pleasure use on my truck, whatever. But you are just pleasure use only. So you're truthfully not going to ride your bike back and forth to work and this and that and school all day long. So you are legally allowed to. Oh, I'm on a gas. Whatever.
Amen. Amen, Brother Ledgend. Amen.
You could leave your driveway. Instead of driving your car to the track, right? You could legally leave your driveway, right, Brian? Come out, go riding the track, go back, get gas, drive home, and hop in your truck, your car, whatever,
Amen.
or your license bike, and drive back and forth to work all week. A simple thing. Like you're allowed to use trail use. In the States, they didn't need the. Oh yeah, in the States, they had trail numbers. At that KOA campground riding trails that family and kids, they would have to buy their trail pass or whatever, the same thing. And yet, the town, and several towns, all the towns along the route, like here to Victoria, they had trails through the Utah mountains. And all along the towns on the route, once you know, you drive right into town, get gas, get beer, smoke the sandwiches, right? Wash your bike, go back up into the trails with your gear and backpacking for camps or biking for several days or a week, eh?
Yeah.
Trails.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Actually expect, oh, here comes the guy, cops are pulling you all
Yeah.
over. You're okay, you're coming into town, spending the money, you're riding your dirt bikes into town, washing, cleaning, whatever, go back out the trail again. We're over to the campground.
I have seen the light.
He said I met this guy about 3 summers ago. Never seen anything like it. The familyness. What? What are you doing? You just ride out from here to the trails. Oh, it might be 5 miles of trail, it might be a mile. And then what are you doing? Loading your muddy bikes up in the truck to go downtown Washington. Just ride them downtown. Like, it's expected here. And all the towns on the trail map were about, who knows?
They must have a shortage of bureaucrats down there in Utah or something. A shortage of bureaucrats and pencil pushers.
Oh, you know, the States is full of it. Every country on earth, there's no exception, there's not full of bureaucracy. Every single country on earth that I know of, you know of, or is on the news.
Well, I've been there.
There are a few common sense things happening with no paperwork added other than your trail pass that you purchased for riding your trails.
Amen.
But there, they weren't forced
Amen. Amen. Amen.
This is why we call it Dirt Church, right?
Dirt Church.
He's preaching.
Dirt Church.
I hear you, Father.
I hear you.
Preach the sermon.
I hear you, brother. You're shaking. Them cigarettes. It's vented.
I met folks.
Yeah. Well, I got 2 shirts
They're
on.
my age or older.
There's vents. Yeah, do all the vents.
Yeah. I'm going to open them all.
One in the back, some under the arms.
Yeah.
Tiny bike, and you're go all the way to back roads, all the way All the way down there. Well, probably nowadays it probably ended up in the west coast through Jordan River. I went the back way, Port Alberta. Yeah, Port Alberta to here is still doable.
Reverend Ledgend at the bridge. The sermon on the bridge. Reverend Ledgend.
But have that simple tag
We're talking about
that you don't have
the
to
government's
worry
trying to
about
put
anything,
license plates on the dirt bikes.
because the chances are if I was a cop right now and asked
It's gonna happen soon.
Oh yeah.
I needed the carrier number.
It's already
the number,
happened.
the
Yeah.
number written down on
I mean, it's gonna be mandatory by
I
June.
know, I mean, no, I mean, if you're
Yeah.
you know,
Well, we'll be outlaws then.
oh, who are you? With the light number, sir.
We're thinking maybe we could just get a tattoo on our forearms.
With the numbers.
Chances
With
are
the
you
numbers,
don't
yeah.
need-
There's
I know,
my-
no,
there
that
it is.
number,
Yeah.
well,
Or a cloth
There's the VIN number
patch.
of my bike and my
Or a
lucky
cloth
number.
patch on our jackets. Like they used to have those 6-pointed stars on the jackets back in Denmark and stuff, about 1941.
I think it's gonna make people more reckless because now you can get insurance for damages, right?
hopefully not
I know this guy who went
$49 a year or something.
snowmobiling, bent his front fork and the clamps, and insurance covered $1,000 it cost to fix it.
Oh, insurance, yeah.
Tag and carry if you want.
Send the bill to Victoria.
Right.
And you know,
I think it's gonna be
drive back in.
Vegas, and you'll probably start seeing
But
claims.
honestly, you're still not
Take
allowed
a
to
shot in
every
Vegas.
day. No. That's the cops are taking you for normal. You're not being an asshole and 100 mile an hour down the street. You're like coming in town, or leaving his house, or coming back to his house, and that's all there is to it. And it wouldn't bother you.
Amen. Amen.
Guy pulling a wheelie all the way.
Amen, Father Legend, Brother
Well, it
Legend.
might bother him. It might-
Well, I'll say amen to that.
Hallelujah.
Okay, saddle up, boys. Let's ride. Well, let's ride now, boy. Hey, watch this, boy. See if he warms this bike up. You see?
He's flying.
Saddle up, man. We're riding.